You know, I gotta say, this is definitely a Soken song. Because it occurred to me while I was listening to it here. This has lyrics, doesn't it? And yeah, this song is in English. Technically. I think without literally having the lyrics in front of me, I don't think I'd be able to, like, understand a single goddamn thing they're singing. Which is, that's just so good. Like, that's just what it's like. I saw someone say once that he treats like vocals more like they're just another instrument. So whether or not you can actually understand what they're saying is kind of secondary. Okay, give me one moment to get 14 up and running. Ah. My mic was muted. Is it working? It's working. That one was fully on me. My mic glows when it's on. I should have known that it was muted because it wasn't fucking glowing. As I was saying, this is the Valentine's outfit from this year, so Miku has like an actual glamour now. It's crazy. Right, so we're gonna start the night off pretty slow. We're gonna go do some Beast Tribe quests. We have to go to Camp Overlook for our first set. Because I should have these pretty close to upgrades. I don't know if we're gonna get them tonight, but you know, might as well. We also have a ton of optional Realm Reborn content to do that we haven't done yet, so we've really got our work cut out for us tonight, I think. I'm also trying to slowly get Miku back on track to getting all classes up to level 50. It's just, you know, gonna take a while. I'm gonna work on this first set first. I don't like having all 6 of them in my quest log at once. Kinda stresses me out. Today I was able to get my hands on a copy of the new Pokemon game, not Pokopia, Pokemon Legends ZA, and I've been playing that. That game's really fun. I can see why people were like, oh my god, the city is too small, because that's what I keep thinking every time I look at the map. The newest one is technically Pokopia, but that's more like a, what's the series I'm looking for? Animal Crossing, that one. It's more like an Animal Crossing clone, that one. ZA is like the newest RPG they've done. I should not be on White Mage for like actually killing these enemies. Oh, I have rescue now. Let's put that where it belongs. God, not even like there. Here. Forget if I talked about rescue when we unlocked it on Scholar. This is like the worst ability in the entire game, and people still hotbar it and use it and act as though it is a functioning piece of the game when it very much so is not. Yeah, Legends ZA is the newest one. It has like a new battle system. You know, I'm gonna be honest. I was originally like, I think I can pass on this one. Just like borrow it from a friend later when I get the chance. Until I played Legends Arceus and I realized, wait a minute, Legends Arceus is like the best Pokemon game. Okay, do I need this? Operation Riffraff. No. Okay. So we're gonna switch to Dragoon, because Dragoon doesn't aggro any enemies in this area. Oh yeah, I was talking about rescue. People still use rescue. You see it a lot. Like it is, I guess it's a tool, if nothing else. All it does is if you're in combat, you can drag another party member to the spot where you're standing. Keyword being drag. It takes like time to do. So if anything is going on, you know, like an attack is going out and it goes out while they're being dragged, well, they're fucked and they die. If they go over anything on the floor that's dangerous, like say a pit, they die. And of course it works off of the same terrible server tick system that the rest of the game does. So where like everything is like happens in like 1.5 second intervals. It's like Fire Emblem Rescue Staff, but bad. Yes. I don't even know what that is, but I can tell you emphasis on the bad part. 99% of the time when you're using rescue, oh my god, how many more embers do I have to get rid of? When you're using rescue, you are dragging a corpse back most of the time. And I wish people would just stop using it, frankly. I think it's so bad. Because again, most of the time when you use it, you are bringing a corpse to your location. And a lot of healers will use it to either troll people by dragging them into damaging attacks that'll kill them, or they'll use it to, like, because they think they know how the mechanic works, so they will just kind of do it because they know best, and then they kill you because they're standing in the wrong spot. Or because there's multiple correct spots and they decide that you're standing in the wrong one and you get caught by the attack you're trying to avoid. It's really bad. Straight up teleport another unit within a certain range to your position. Keyword being teleport, not drag. God, I wish it was a teleport. Oh my god. So yeah, I don't know. I hate rescue, personally. I think that move is complete dog shit. Probably even, like, it shouldn't be in the game, frankly. And the player base at large can't be trusted with it. And they know they can't be trusted with it. You. Take this crap out of my inventory. Okay, and these guys... Yeah, this will get us exactly to our next upgrade quest. I just turned in all of those on Dragoon. I don't want to be turning these in on Dragoon. I want to be turning these in on White Mage. So I can get the White Mage EXP. It's fine. We can do a, like a leveling roulette later, I suppose. Thank God I'm high enough level for these guys to be ignoring me now. The Sahagin quests were so bad. Oh, that's the old AoE marker. They never updated it out of quests. That's kind of funny. I can't even use my big damaging those guys standing right there. Fucked up. What is over here? The ore. Yeah, apparently it's not. I think that maybe because it's like a kind of weird one. It's like a player spawned AoE marker, technically. So I guess maybe it's just been ignored all these years. AoE markers used to be so ugly for some reason. I really don't know why. Like, the big orange square on the ground is nice because it does immediately tell you, like, oh, yeah, I need to not be standing in that. What? Oh, I see. I have to... Let's see. Ah. Out that way. Got it. I think I love Drakengard. That's almost certainly because I'm not the one playing it. Oh. Yeah, no, that exactly. That exactly. This one. I tried to play through Drakengard. I gave it my all, okay? I could not do it. That game is completely insane and one of the most interesting video games of all time. That being said, actually playing it is completely miserable and, like, the worst thing ever. I don't need to sit through that cutscene. Okay, now we can switch back over to White Man. Reminds me, there's something I wanted to change. Hotbar settings. Hotbar 4, 3x4. I wanted to set it like right here. Shared hotbar. Okay, there we go. I started doing this like a little bit ago, where I'm just keeping like a good, useful stuff hotbar, so I don't need to have the same stuff on every hotbar. So as we change classes throughout the night, you'll notice me removing stuff. Okay. Everything about it, including its design, has manic energy. Okay. Just the woman I was hoping to see. Ethereal Titans drift in from Camp Overlook. Zoga and his scurvy crew have been quiet, too quiet for the commander's liking if he hatch me drift. Our scouts have reason to believe that they've recovered from their recent setback and they're gathering strength for a retaliatory strike. I'd speak to Commander Blowit and myself, but it seems he's none too pleased with me. With me efforts on the 789th Order's behalf. If I know the commander, he's far more like to cut an adventurer like yourself some slack. You'll travel up to Camp Overlook in my stead, won't you? Sure. To get the final ending that ties everything together, simply complete a laundry list of obscure inane tasks you are not told about. I know one of them is like, you have to get all of the weapons. And getting all of the weapons is like a fucking Herculean task. Oh, hey, Miku, you haven't happened to see my favorite lieutenant around, have you? I'm afeared skate Swiss? Skate Swizz? Her. I'm afraid she has steered us right into the eye of a storm. Our creed might be till sea swallows all, but I wouldn't mind if it swallowed her first. Any road, you've been working with her up till now, right? Good, that means you can help clean up this mess. Now listen and listen well. Me scouts just returned from Ugamaro. It seems our friend Zoga was so enamored of your little prank that he's united the most powerful orders in the tunnels under his black flag. That's right, scores upon scores of the buggers hauling sulfur, saltpeter, and God knows what else to all corners of the mountain. Aye, there's no doubt in me mind, the bombs that they brandished the last time were only the start of it. You and her started this by casting your lot with a 789th. Now you can get us out of this. Whatever it takes to keep Zoga off our backs until we can bolster our defenses. Make it happen, understood? Okay. I think it took the person I was watching longer to get the weapons than it did to get the 4 other endings. Just incredible. Oh my god. You see, I never even got the second ending. Because to get the second ending, you have to do the most, like, stupid and inane thing ever. Which is you need to, like, start up one of the really awkward, terrible flight bosses and beat it in under a minute. And I could not do it. Nothing I did could actually, like, beat that thing in under a minute. I couldn't do it. It was beyond my capabilities. I actually considered, like, looking up action replay codes. Because I have a PS2 action replay disc. So I was like, maybe I just look up some codes to, like, make me, like, unkillable or make it so every shot kills everything or something. So it's as I feared, Zoga's taken the helm at Ugamaro and is brewing a most nasty sort of revenge. But the commander's right, our fingerprints are all over this mess, so it's our duty to help wipe it up. Yes, we must. Oh, woe is me, misfortune, misery, woe, please help me, adventurer. Yes, yes, you must. Ah, what are you yapping about this time? My beloved BB, my dear, my darling, my beloved, she said she would meet me hours ago, but she is nowhere to be found. No, nowhere at all. She said she would come by way of the Kobold dig. If she was caught by Zoga, I shudder to think what would happen. Tremble, shiver, shudder. You must save her. Yes, yes, you must. You spineless coward. She's your girl. Go your bloody self. I'd have better luck squeezing ale from a stone rather than talking sense into this one. Let's go, Miku. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna hope none of the fate targets target me. Oh, okay. I wasn't expecting it to just start progressing the text. Second and fourth endings, the game tells you exactly what to do. For ending E just says obtain every weapon in the world, which entails going on totally arbitrary missions and doing things like beating every enemy on the map or standing in one spot for 5 minutes. Some of them require you to be in normal mode or they won't work. Truly Yoko Taro's masterpiece right there. I swear, I promise, the Kobold quest line has such a good payoff. And it'll be, I think, the next time we're doing Kobold class quests, or society quests. Free at last, you are Gigu's adventurer friend. Yes, 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 you are. I knew that coward wouldn't have the courage to save me himself. He's useless, hapless, hopeless, useless. So scared was I. Yes, yes, I was petrified. I came to deliver these plans, and the plans, they are gone. Missing, vanished, gone. What plans? Why, the plans for Zoga's new furnace. I must find them, or Zoga will punish me. Yes, yes, his wrath knows no bounds. Oh, okay. I'm not level synced. That's good. All right, take these. Could it be? Yes, yes, you found them. This is twice you have saved me, adventurer. So brave you are. Daring, dauntless, brave. So different from a certain kobold I know. So different from me. Harsh I am to Gigu. Unkind, unfeeling, harsh. But the truth is, I too lack the heart to stand up to Zoga. Yes, yes, I too am a coward. I too am an alchemist, you see. A skilled one. Yes, yes, I am. So what did Zoga do? He threatened to exile the 175th from Ogamuro unless I did his dirty work. A furnace he wanted, but not just any furnace, no, a fiery, fearsome, formidable one, a furnace to end all furnaces. I have no wish to serve Zoga. No, no, none at all. What I truly wish is to be happy with Gigu, cheerful, content, happy, and yet, I simply cannot stand to see him grovel so. No, no, I cannot bear it. I'm no better, this I know, but Gigu is different. Yes, Gigu is a leader of kobolds. I beg of you, adventurer. Yes, yes, I do. Take this to Gigu, that it might stir his heart, rouse, shake, stir. If this fails, there is no hope for him. No, no, not at all. Back here? Certainly, we're almost done with the quest, right? BB, my beloved, my fair, my darling, my beloved, will I never gaze upon you again? Here you go. My BB is safe? Oh, joy, glee, happiness, joy. What is this? A letter? What? Threatening my beloved BB? This time Zoga has gone too far! This is unforgivable, inexcusable, unpardonable, unforgivable. I will not take this sitting down. No, no, I will take this letter straight to Bago, and I will have him do something immediately. BB shall see that I am a kobold of action. Decision, resolve, action. Gigu in the 789th will be a laughingstock no more. No, no, no longer. Okay. Well, I suppose some sign of life out of him is a start. Though, it'd have been nice if something had put the wind in his sails before the poor kobold last got kidnapped. I swear, what she sees in that one. Don't get me wrong now, I've fallen for me share of milksops and cravens in me day. Always open, they'd make something of themselves, and each time those self-same hopes were betrayed. To tell you the truth, I've had more than me fill of hope in the hopeless. But one thing's clear, if Zoga's plot comes to fruition, it won't just be Gigu and his lot that pay the price. I say we cut that big bully down to size, not simply for the kobold's sake, but for our own. Are you with me, Miku? Okay. That means we are rank 3? For the sake of our daily allowances, we're gonna move on and not do the refreshed quests. I have to go to Little Alamico. What is White Mage's level 50 ability? Oh, Benediction. I see. Yeah, the second this hits level 50, we'll have to do the final White Mage quest for ARR. Okay, you and you know what? I'll just take all of them. This area is gigantic, so like, you know, I'd rather do everything I can while I'm out there. What? Oh yeah, I should switch to Dragoon. Put White Mage on that hotbar. Oh yeah, and I can remove these two. And move everything in. These quests give so little EXP and like the currency I'm after. It's almost like kind of absurd. Nope, that's a bronze tortoise. Just missed that one. Oh, but I can kill this guy. Flaming beacons. Oh, there's just guys over here. Ah, that's the flaming beacon. I see. Oh, I can still get aggroed by these? Oh, it's because I got near the beacon. Oh, I see. That's what that circle's probably referring to. Or not. Now... of ranger weapons from crude gold coffers. Okay. Well, we've almost finished the first like set of these. Please don't aggro. Please don't aggro. I'm out of here. Okay, further south for the rest of them, it looks like. Down here? No? This? Probably this. Yeah, okay. This one's gonna get me attacked. There's the large box. Oh, there it is. No, that's a heavy arms crate. Why are so many of these me picking up identical looking boxes? There it is. Don't mind me. Please. And... looking for one more heavy arms crate. Weird, it's not giving me any indication as to whether or not I'm above or below it. There it is. Oh, now I can switch back to White Mage. Okay. There. Honestly, I've hated doing the Amaljaa ones. They're so bad. Like, this set of dailies was reasonably tame in comparison to what they normally give me. They have this stupid mount that, like, you have to ride that can't fly. So you have to walk through this, like, gigantic desert area down to the south. Like, on its back. Kind of expected him to leave, but he sat back down and kept sulking. Okay. I don't know what happens in these, to be totally honest, so... Fortune is with us, honored ally. A Brotherhood scout has chanced upon a convocation of our hated foe, the Flame Fangs, and surreptitiously learned of their insidious scheming. They plan to pull the strings of their tempered puppets and orchestrate another kidnapping raid. It is the intelligence provided by these tempered spies that affords the Flame Fangs such a wealth of victims. This cannot be allowed to continue. We must gouge out their hidden eyes and blind them to the movements of their prey. You are no stranger to Little Alamigo, I trust. Though it appears to a haven for travelers and merchants, it is not but a rotting corpse riddled with flame-addled maggots. Oh. We are fortunate, then, that you may walk among them unchallenged. Go to the Little Alamigo, honored ally, and do that which our Amaljaa soldiers cannot. Root out the tempered and make it a haven in truth. I see. You know, I don't necessarily have to disagree with him, actually. I hate Little Alamigo. This place sucks. What quest is that? Oh, Lebs. I'll unlock those eventually, maybe. What's this? You claim Little Alamigo has been infiltrated by tempered agents? Wish I could refute you, but I have my suspicions. It explains how the Amaljaa are able to set such well-timed ambushes. With spies inside the settlement, would be an easy feat to learn the schedules of visiting merchants and the like. Commander, sir, we've just received reports of the Amaljaa kidnappers attacking a caravan of travelers. They're dragging their captives off to Zonrock even as we speak. Again? Damn those blasted lizards. This is the 5th time this moon. Most of my troops are still recovering from the last engagement. Sergeant, I need you to assemble a squad and chase down those kidnappers. Take whoever can swing a blade. I don't have a blade, but I have a stick. Does that work? Care to lend a hand, adventurer? I have not but raw recruits for this mission, and your presence may make all the difference. Pray join my soldiers out in the field as soon as you can. Who are... Gizilbert sent an adventurer to wipe our asses, did he? Well, you're too late. With these soldiers down, his entire unit is in tatters. All it took was the right word in the right ear, and away they scrambled. It was like leading lame burbles to slaughter. You know, I've never actually tried to say that enemy name out loud. I know what enemy that is. I've never tried to pronounce it. I guess it is burbles. You're one of the newer recruits. You swore an oath to the immortal flames. An oath? My loyalty belongs to none but Lord Ifrit himself. Well, you know, at least we don't have to try very hard to find him. The Flame Fangs are generous to those who serve well. The immortal flames of Little Alamigo are now not but the walking wounded. The Amaljaa will be able to raid with abandon, and the soldiers we've captured this day will make fine additions to the Lord of the Inferno's army. You're still here? You think to punish me? Ha! That's rich. Rich? Oh my god. I have allies lingering nearby, and very soon the main company of the Flame Fangs will be arriving to take possession of the spoils. If you lay a hand on me, you'll be making some very powerful enemies. Oh, okay. Oh, this is gonna take a while. There. This was not supposed to happen. They were meant to detain you until the main company arrived. Okay, I'm gonna rip off all of your limbs now. Oh, okay, never mind, actually, he's dead. Oh, that animation was a little janky. Oh, right, I remember you. Vaguely. Miku, what in the seven hells is going on here? You fired without knowing? Our net has caught some rare fish indeed. Brotherhood of Ash are the same. They shame the Amaljaa with their petulant refusal to submit to Lord Ifrit's cleansing fire. Yeah, he was running away. They're not but ghosts of a fading past, so lacking in strength, they resort to consorting with the slave races. You are Zagaz Te. And I know of you as well, Loonga. Such an intriguing costume you wear. Have you enlisted in the army of my people? Enough games, lizard man. What have you done with the captives? Those that proved intractable were slaughtered. The Flamefangs do not countenance the rebellion of cattle. The rest are already far beyond your reach, unless, of course, you intend to assault Zaharok itself. You civilized people make such endearing squawks and squeals, as your hot blood sizzles on the desert sands. Though years have passed, I yet remember your mother and her bleeding cries for mercy. Oh, okay. Oh. Is this the extent of the resistance I am to face? Is this the vaunted strength and resolve of the Brotherhood? I wield the unquenchable flames of Lord Ifrit himself, and you seek to extinguish them with a thimbleful of spit. Return to Amaljaa and tell him this. This world has no use for spent ashes. He and his followers shall be scattered before the searing winds of Zanrok's glorious ascension. Okay, we're just gonna leave the injured guy there? Okay. Sure. You. Gods, Miku, I can scarce believe it. A tempered spy within our own ranks. My men, killed or taken, the lizard men wanted more than merchants. They were after the immortal flames from the very beginning, and I, all but bloody, served them up on a silver platter. I beg of you, adventurer, save the soldiers that yet live from a fate worse than death. Meanwhile, I'll see what I can do to salvage the tatters of my command. I imagine this is the end of the quest, then? And then we'll be taking an extended break from Beast Tribe quests after this, because I have to fill out 500 of each. I guess I can work on the Ixal in the time being. I thank you for your report, honored ally. This Zagaz Te you encountered is the fetid maw that drives the Flamefangs. His sole purpose is to bolster the numbers of Tempered. Each new fire-seared slave feeds the inferno of their god's powers, and, in turn, the flames of Ifrit's altars bless the zealots of Zanrok with unholy strength. The miserable sparks of their ambition must be stamped out. Go, honored ally, and break the captives free of their cages. Slay the jailers in the encampment to liberate the keys. Oh, never mind. I haven't actually picked out which optional content we're doing tonight. Do the hard mode trials, I guess. We'll have to do those eventually. Do we have Ferrocerius unlocked? We do. And we've already cleared it. Realize this quest is a higher level than we are on this class. No, it's not. That enemy is just a higher level than the quest for some reason. know what? Dragoon. Just to make this go by faster. Where's the fourth one? Over that way. Down there? Oh my god. Yeah, I'll just do the whole process. Yeah, it's fine. Wow, this actually would have been so much worse back when it was long content, too. Because you wouldn't be able to fly. Oh, that thing is a hunting log target. I wonder which hunting log it's in. Maelstrom. How close did I get to the end of Maelstrom? Not. Okay. Granted, there's not really any benefit to filling out the Maelstrom stuff after a certain point. Once you gain the ability to, like, buy housing in the game out of that quest line, there's basically nothing left in it. It's 2 of 3? Oh, there's the third one. You know, as long as we're here, might as well. I think the only thing you really get from here on out is company seals, and the company seals, you know, they're nice, but the big thing you exchange them for is glamour prisms, and I don't go through so many that I need to farm them. Supplying glamour plates is completely free. You just need a prism to, like, transform an item into something that can be put onto a plate. That's it. Did we do Hullbreaker? We didn't. Okay, we're doing Hullbreaker Isle then. Let me... Alright, I did it. You have dealt our foe a crippling blow, mighty ally. My warrior's blood sings at the thought of the confusion and devastation you have brought to Zaharak. Loon-Ga, be still. What enrages you so? You know damn well what. This was the animal that savaged my mother. I'll tear out his heart and I'll string him up by his entrails. Know yourself, young warrior. You are not yet ready to face the likes of Zagha's Te. Should you confront your enemy now, you will die a whimpering cursed death. What are you saying, war leader? Is it because I'm a Mikote? Will I forever be too weak to match Amaljaa's strength? Foolish child, I say only that you lack martial wisdom. You imagine slights where none exist. War leader, Loon-Ga's kin must be avenged. I shall fight at her side. Let us rouse the Brotherhood and smash this flame-fang snake once and for all. No, Against their assembled ranks, we would but invite our own destruction, and our laws are clear. Loon God, this is a blood vendetta. None may aid you in its resolution. Only through the glory of victory shall the shame of your defeat be expunged. If you've the spirit to rail and curse, then use it to build your strength, for strength is all that will aid you now. Sans take you all. Okay, bye, Lunga. See you next month. It is said that the Drake will drop its own offspring into a ravine to watch it claw its way up. So it is with the Amaljaa. Oh. Okay. Dumb quest name. Or achievement name, I guess. Yeah, okay. You know, we're getting there. One more set of Amaljaa, one more set of Kobolds. The Ixal take a while. The Ixal, I would be surprised if we were done with them by the time we made it to Heavensward. Okay, let's switch to Scholar. Because Scholar now has a complete set of Ironworks gear, which is the best gear reasonably available to us as of A Realm Reborn. Honestly, a lot of what I'm doing is just farming to get more Ironworks gear, because it's kind of difficult to obtain at this level. There's really only first-time clear bonuses, these quests, which give a really tiny amount, and roulettes. And the roulettes give a ton of EXP, and I'm trying to moderate what level Miku gets to, because I don't want her to have, like, all level 60 classes by the time we make it to Heavensward. Here, let me grab the list I was keeping. Let's see. I physically, like, wrote down all of the stuff that we have to, like, do in each expansion. Let's see. Let's do Hullbreaker Isle. I think that'll be the most fun thing we could be doing right now. So for that, we have to go to Limsa. Okay, let's see. I believe we have to go up to the Aft Castle. I think it's like... No? It's not up here? Is it down here? It's Blue Mage. What the hell? Hold on. King of the Hull. It's in Mordona, apparently. I always thought it was here. Might be thinking of hard mode. Hold on. My dog is barking her head off. I'm gonna go calm her down. Okay. She has not stopped barking. She's going to continue to bark for the next 40 minutes. I know it. There's not much I can do about it, unfortunately. There you are. I'm not really gonna read these, I don't think. I mean, you know, feel free to pause and read them, I guess. These quests aren't very important to the overall story. The barking is extremely important. Who knows what it's for other than her, but... I see. I knew where the next step of the quest was. The optional dungeon quest lines for Realm Reborn are, for the most part, like 99% worthless. We've gone into Wanderer's Palace? We have. Okay. Yeah, okay. This one has a little bit of background lore on this guy named Mistbeard, who pops up a couple of times in the game, mainly for side like optional content. He's just a pirate, and we have to go find his stuff. That's about it. Let's see. Yeah, okay. We have to go to Hullbreaker to find his treasure. Yep, okay. Very basic. Very, very simple, basic stuff. The dry docks. And I think that leads directly into... Yeah. Into Hullbreaker Isle. Hey! Shouldn't take that long to get into this one. To mark down all the stuff we've done. Oh, we never unlocked the Sylph quests. Yikes. Oh no. It's alright, we have so much optional content to do. It's almost ridiculous. Oh, and at some point in time, I think it would be really fun to get people together to try to sync clear, like do normal clears for the first raid series in the game, which was the Binding Coil of Bahamut. Explaining why that's like kind of weird to do nowadays takes a bit of of explaining. But the gist of it is that all raids in the game, as of now, have 2 difficulty tiers. They have normal and savage. And Bahamut's normal mode is akin to savage level difficulty. As such, it is not featured in roulettes. And actually getting into it requires a fixed party outside of the duty. So I have cleared all of them synced, with a group of people. I should say synced. There's 2 methods of clearing things. There's synced and where it brings you down to the level that things were at, like the duty was designed for. And then there's unsynced, which is like you just get to curb stomp it by having level 100 stats in a level 50 duty. You melt everything. So I have synced them before. I know what it's like. It takes a millennia. It is very difficult to do. The first, 8 of them fly by. It's the following 5 after that that are like a nightmare. I'll only be unlocking those when we're ready to do them, though. Let's see. Is there something we can do while we wait? Suppose we could level something. Go level road? Hold on. Do any of these have quests? Yes. Let's go accept the Pugilist Quest then. Okay. Oh, it's you, Miku. I'm sorry, but I don't have anything to teach you. If I ever did at all, you're far better off training under Chuchudo. You'll find her over yonder. Just leave me be. Right, okay, this is after it was revealed that Haman is a kind of a fraud. I'm so hopeful that seeing you improve in leaps and bounds would spur Master Haman out of his doldrums. It seems more must be done. Perhaps the end result is not so important as the manner in which you get there. In other words, if you were to train precisely as Master Haman once did, overcome the self-same challenges that he did in his youth, I dare say it would stoke the fires of his fighting spirit. Listen well, Miku. Master once told me that he used to refine his combinations by provoking deadly creatures into unleashing their fury upon him. For this purpose, he often went to the southern part of Drybone to fight the Hornet Clouds. To this day, the tree trunks that he struck to stir the Vilekin from their hives bear the mark of his fists. I want you to seek out these trees and do as Master Haman once did. Strike them with a boot shine combo, and then fight the Hornet Clouds that emerge. Once you have felled enough of the creatures to collect 3 of their stingers, return here and present them to Master Haman. They will remind him of better days, I'm sure of it. It's unusual for Hullbreaker to be taking this long. This dungeon is a bit of a fan favorite. Hullbreaker is super fun. It's not exactly, like, difficult or anything, you know? There are fan favorites in this game that are very, that are that way because they're really hard. That is not the case. With Hullbreaker. You know, I don't want to spoil why it's everybody's favorite, before we actually get in there. Will we ever get in there? Now, if I remember right, this has a solo duty in it for some reason. What is it now? Can't you leave a feeble old man in peace? Have you looked at bug ass that I harvested? Balls, these are hornet stingers. You trained as I once did out in Drybone. Those hornet clouds were right pesky buggers. I fair lost count of the times they stung me, though I remember the, places well enough. The pain was nigh unbearable, but I always stood my ground. Ah, the memories of my younger days come flooding back, but I wouldn't give to relive them. Miku, I want you to fight me, right here, right now. Make me remember what it's like to be young again, to have nothing and lose everything. Yeah. Okay. Well, we can't exactly, proceed with that right now. I know that one doesn't have anything. That one has nothing. Oh, I didn't put Rogue in the proper position. You have to see where I actually want it. It needs to be right under Dragoon. Ah! Hold on. I'm gonna finish doing this. There. Okay. Scholar. I should say that since we played last, I've given it a genuine attempt to learn how to play Scholar. And I actually really like it. Scholar's pretty fun. It used to be the only healer in the game I didn't really know how to play. I guess technically White Mage. Anyways, welcome to Hullbreaker Isle. Oh. Oh, okay, I see. No, we are running. They stepped in a bear trap, like I just did. Whoops. Ah. I really don't see how I was even in that one. It had to slide me over to put me in it. Uh-oh. I wonder if I should move that down here. Honestly, what I should do is I should just take a picture of what my other hotbar looks like. Copy it over to Miku. You know, you can just, like, copy your settings. But I think it's a fun part of the experience to, like, figure out exactly how you want things set up. Okay, goodbye, Sasquatch. What's the second boss of this dungeon again? Is it the slug thing? I think it's the slug. Right, this dungeon also has mimics in it. Mimics that you have to kill because they drop items that you need to advance. The item level in here? 80. I mean, at least it's dropping like rings and stuff. Paying attention to the item level in a Realm Reborn is a surefire way to drive yourself completely mad. Because the job gear from this, like, this expansion, or I guess the base game, is level 90. And almost every, like, optional dungeon in the game is like, yeah, here's level 80 gear. Here's level 70 gear. One of them drops level 60 gear, and I cannot, for the life of me, figure out why you would ever want that. Like, did they expect you to be clearing that dungeon without your, like, highest level ability? Because that is, like, the requirement. To not have your job here by that level. I'd understand it if it was exactly level 90 here, maybe. Oh, it's the worm, it's not the slug. Okay. Ow. Ow. How long do I have these stacks of dropsy for? There's no time limit. We have to get in these now. Oh. So this dungeon is like a fan favorite because, you know, it's got like a real grand sense of adventure to it, you know, that's really fun. Oh, there's the ship. But there is another reason. This place's last boss is like one of the best in a Realm Reborn. There we go. Oh, didn't mean to do that. So the Kraken is the boss fight here, and he's kind of unusual because you don't really fight him. You fight his arms, and you kind of have to hop around and chase them. Every time you hop, you get a stack of this damage over time effect. So like you have to be kind of careful about how often you're hopping. Oh. Oh, don't tell me this guy's power crept too hard. Might not get a chance to grab anybody. Normally this fight is like absolute chaos. You are running around in circles, people are accidentally stepping into the launchers, and they're getting thrown across the room. And he's grabbing people and throwing them at walls. Oh, like what he's doing to me right now? There I go. Ow. Oh, there they go. Where's the tentacle actually gonna end up though? Ah. There we go. Was that thunder? Tank. Oh, never mind. I was going to but not anymore. I will never need these. Okay, let's do the Hamon solo duty real fast. And then, you know what? I'll let chat pick out the next thing we do. I'll give you a hint. There is a wrong answer. Okay. Uh-huh. There is a wrong answer, and I will tell you if you pick it, because I'm not unlocking that godforsaken dungeon until it's the last thing on the list. There is a dungeon in A Realm Reborn that is fundamentally broken, and they have never fixed it. They just, for some reason, refuse to. I don't know why. Oh, we're getting there, Hamon. We're getting there. Still don't have True North. So I guess I just kind of have to walk around him and hope. Oh. Oh, that was it. part of its charm. Yeah, part of the charm of that dungeon where when you load into it off of a roulette and you go, oh god, Jesus Christ. No, 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 no. Huh. Gods, I haven't felt this invigorated since forever. When I'm fighting you, it's as though I'm fighting my younger self. Mayhap there's still hope for these old bones. I'll make my comeback yet. See if I don't. But what are you doing here, old man? Learning how to walk? Oh. I see. The criminals have arrived. You're Wegfar Wide Axe. Am I allowed to say that on stream? Ain't none called me that in ages, nay, not since the day you defeated me on the Blood Sands. I gave up prize fighting after that, for the humiliation, but it weren't long till I found a place in the Elatrin. Your boy, Ruru Kuda, works for me now. Imagine me surprised when I learned he used to train under the mighty Holy Fist. But Holy Fist ain't nothing but a name these days, so I'm told. So how do ye sleep at night, knowing how flaccid you've become? Of course, if you're having trouble nodding off, you could always try a whiff of Somnus. I'll even give you a complimentary sample, but like as not, a daughter and old sort like you won't ever wake up again. Shut your mouth, Wegvar, or I'll shut it for you. Come on. We can't be talking like that. Now, let's be civilized for a moment, eh? We're old friends after all, and friends help each other out. You mentioned making a comeback just now. If you're serious about it, I'll be glad to lend a helping hand. By way of motivating ye, how's about we have us a rematch? Of course, it'd take place in public, just like old times. Oh, and there should be a fitting purse as well. Say, the winner gets the Pugilists Guild. What? That's ridiculous. Master, you're not obligated to take him up on this. Ah, this must be your little nursemaid. Rest assured, after I've taken over the guild, I'll keep her on as me personal assistant. Well, that seems like a problem for next quest. Do you really mean to fight him? Have no fear, Chuchudo. Master. Miku, I don't mean to put undue pressure on you, but the fate of the guild rests on your shoulders. I don't believe it. Listen to me, Chuchudo. I know I can do this. I just need Miku to keep getting stronger as she's been doing so far. Fighting her reminds me of who I used to be. I'm confident I can be that man again. If you're feeling apprehensive about this rematch business, I don't blame you. I'm not blind to reality. If I were to face Wegfar as I am now, I'd be down for the count in a matter of heartbeats. I'm not lying dead in a pool of my own blood. But I'm determined to win. And I can with your help. Your presence sets my fighting spirit to raging, Miku. So keep at your training. I promise I'll do the same. When you've grown stronger, return here and we'll both continue our lessons. All of that's garbage. Okay. Well, this is exactly the same as what I was holding. Oh! Oh, we have another one. Well, we'll work on that one next time, I'm sure. I didn't realize that was a level 20 quest. Okay, let's do Scholars, so we can turn this quest in. And then we're back down to the normal 2 quests. Let's see, what are the options I can give to chat here tonight? So, you can pick between a dungeon or a trial. We'll have that be the first choice. Although, if you pick trial, it's pretty much set in stone what we're doing. Dungeon? Okay. So we've got Copperbell, Tamtara, Sastasha, Hawk Manor, Lost City of Amdapor, Halatali, Brayflux, Hullbreaker. Wait, we just did Hullbreaker, so we know that one. Stone Vigil, Sunken Temple of Quarn, Wanderer's Palace, and Amdapor Keep. Like I said, we've got a lot of dungeons. Like, a lot of dungeons. Oh, we don't need to sit through this, man. Goodbye. I've already forgotten most of those in my attempt to remember some of them. Sunken Temple of Qarn? Alright. Let me look up where the unlock for that is. That is in Mordona. Okay. You know, my dog stopped barking for a little bit. She has begun again. Let's see. No. Wrath of Qarn. Here we go. From Hugubert. Hugubert? Hugubert. It doesn't get better as I keep making attempts. Huge bird, perhaps. God, I can't wait till we get to the Heaven's Word and we have to walk past an NPC whose name is, I shit you not, Firm Albert, like 800 times. There's an industrious ant, an adventurer in need of a bit of business, if I'm not mistaken. The anthill you want is Amaljaa and Stun's mineral concerns, something to blah, 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 blah. If you go to the Miners Guild. By the way, that was not the wrong answer. I can tell you what the wrong answer is, or I can keep having you guess. Because it is completely unassuming. Now, something you may be thinking right now. In fact, actually, I can probably confirm. Oh, wait a minute. I'm going after the wrong quest marker. I was going after this thing to unlock the first dance in the game. Anyways, you may be thinking, you know, Sunken Temple of Qarn? That sounds a little familiar. I think I went to the wrong place again. I did. I see the red dot and I click on it because I'm like, yeah, let's get that out of the way. I have to go to the Miners Guild. One of the streams is already named that. In fact, I could actually check right now. There's the FF14 streams. Sunken Temple of Qarn, Part 9. So I know what you're thinking. We've already been to Qarn. Why is it still in the list? So, in order to save on development costs and still give people new dungeons to explore, they decided to start reusing old dungeons at some point in A Realm Reborn and just started keeping them in the like continuously like reusing old dungeons with higher level caps for some reason. And Karn is one of the ones that has gotten this treatment. Heard about our petition, have you? And you'll do as we ask, no questions asked. Great attitude. Now then, the situation is like this. No, this isn't right. I'll be damned if I put our sister's fate in a stranger's hands. I'm going myself. Oh, brilliant plan, brother. Go blundering into the sunken temple of Karn. That place is a death trap. What guarantees do we have that this adventurer can beat those traps? None, that's what. But you know better than any what these muscles are capable of. What are you two on about? The hell do you mean you've beaten those traps already? Wait, you're the reason Neneko's in this trouble. I'm gonna end you, I swear it. Calm yourself, brother. This adventurer is not to blame for what happened. Besides, she's perfect for the task. Let's start again, shall we? I'm Seseruka, and this is my twin brother, Popokuli. As you may have gathered, we need you to mount a rescue mission in the sunken temple of Karn. After you defeated the temple's snares and traps, the place was officially open for business. I mean, research. Let's see. The concerned partnered with the Order of Naldhal to fund an exposition. And the research team was led by none other than Neneko, our little sister. She's the one who wrote the book on the ruins of Silde. The research to end all of the research on the place. Are the enemies new or just higher level? The enemies are new. The whole thing is actually pretty much brand new. It's a new layout with familiar feeling rooms is how I would describe it. Karn especially, it loops you into an old room towards the end. But it repurposes a lot of stuff, and it gives you new bosses and new enemies and stuff, so it is more or less a new experience. Nobody except her was going to figure out that Silde and Oldar are both descended from the Beldan civilization. The Sunken Temple of Karn is the native rock. No way in seven hells was she not going to not lead that expedition. But who comes bumbling in? A band of relic raiders. That's who. The greedy Horsens set off a trap, and now her little sister is stuck in this stinking place. Poxy bastards putting Neneko in danger. If they aren't Tomberry mints already, you can be sure that I'll end them myself. And that's the situation as it stands. Talk to Bibimu at the entrance to the temple, and she'll let you in. You go and get Neneko out of there in one piece. You hear? It is not copy-paste, no. The idea is they're reusing old textures and stuff, so they don't have to texture out a brand new dungeon. But they are giving us new bosses and stuff to fight. And I would say that at least in the case of most of the Realm Reborn hard modes, they blow the original out of the water. Karn is kind of boring and dull. It should be really cool, but it doesn't actually have anything fun going on in it. Sunken Temple of Karn Hard, at the very least, has a really memorable last boss. And a memorable second boss, if you get people who don't know what they're doing. Welcome to the stately ruin that was and is the Sunken Temple of Karn. What a relief they actually sent someone who's been here and knows the drill. The twins? They can be a little overbearing. They'll need some of that imperiousness soon enough, though. When it falls on them to run the concern. In case you didn't know, those two are the chairman's progeny, them and Miss Neneko. You will find it much changed within thanks to those fool robbers. Take care, but not so much that you cannot make haste. And now we can enter Karn Hard. Now I can tell the story of the worst dungeon in the entire game, which is one of the hard modes. So the hard mode dungeons are as follows: Copperbell Hard, Tamtara Hard, Sastasha Hard modes for the first 3 dungeons. One of these is actually my favorite dungeon in A Realm Reborn, like, period. So we'll get to that one when we get to that one. And then they did Halatali Hard. Halatali is like the training ground for the gladiators in and the Immortal Flames in Ul'dah. So Halatali Hard. Brayflox is Long Stop Hard. That one's really cool. I love that one. And Stone Vigil Hard is bad, but not the worst dungeon in the game. Sunken Temple of Karn Hard, which is cool. Wanderer's Palace Hard, which we'll talk about it. And then they did Amtapor Keep Hard, which was fine. And then they gave a hard mode to Hawk Manor. And when I tell you that Hawk Manor has been broken since like 2017, okay, understand that this has been a consistent problem for almost a decade at this point. That dungeon is broken. It does not work properly. The last boss of that dungeon has a mechanic in it that is so broken, it can just instantly kill everyone the moment it starts with no warning. And it's because she's not programmed to take as much damage as she's taking nowadays. It's awful. It is so bad. Let's see. So while we go into Quarn hard, we can work on that Pugilist Quest again, since we have another one to do. I guess after this we can start the Sylph quests. If we're somehow still not in there. Oh, never mind. Okay. It didn't start broken? Yeah, no. As the game evolved, it just like broke. It just couldn't keep up, and instead of just rolling over and dying like every single boss fight in the entire game does when that happens to it, Manor Hard just became permanently broken. And while it is still clearable, you have to have a group that is willing to work with you. You need to be able to control the DPS going out, which means you don't put any damage over time effects. You keep it as calm as possible. I don't have AOs. Anyways, welcome to Quarn Hard. Like I said, some parts of here might be familiar, but I promise the layout is going to change. That isn't the way forward. We have to go down here. I say that out loud as though they can. Not to harp on Manor Hard, the dungeon we haven't even seen yet for too long while we're in here, but the number of times I have loaded into that place with a mentor crown on, by the way. So, like, the fact that I know what I'm doing is emblazoned on my account, you know? Like, it's right there next to my name forever. That is not the mentor crown next to Miku. That's the returner crown. Anyways, the fact that I know what I'm doing is kind of permanently attached there. And people will fight me on it. They'll be like, no, people just don't know how to do the fight. They're doing it wrong, blah, blah, blah. And then they'll try to do it their way, and nope. When you use Super Metroid enemy, the entire gimmick of it was it stores the damage you deal to it, and then when it dies, it releases a shot that deals all that damage back to you. Oh. Oh my god. Oh, here he is. Let's see, it's on the head. So, this guy, he's the boss of the first time we run through here. When he gets up, one of his body parts will start to glow. And that's the one you have to destroy to knock him over and deal some damage. Head again. Where is it? Arm. Oh. That should be the last round of that. Yes, okay. Oh, the antique stuff. This stuff isn't gear, it's stuff that can be traded in for gear, and I have never once in my entire life done it. I don't even know where you trade it in, I just know that the gear isn't good. You can tell that the game is, like, very much so in its experimental phase in this, like, version. Like, in A Realm Reborn, because they're doing so much weird shit. Like, trying to see, what sticks in terms of reward paths and stuff. Exchange for that's probably in Mordona, now that I think about it. That's where everything else is. It's kind of the original endgame area, I guess. We're continuing? Okay. I do wonder about our seemed like a good idea at the time. Yeah, well, you gotta remember as well that what we're playing is like 10 years past the end state of A Realm Reborn. The Ironworks gear that we're currently wearing wasn't added until like one of the last A Realm Reborn patches. So finding like really good gear back in the day was more difficult. I'm certain all of this was worth doing at the time. Anyways, Sabbatender Emperatries. Oh my god. Okay, So all of the ads around the arena are more or less... What's she tethered to? I have to find the one she's tethered to. She'll tether to a random, like, ad in the arena. And count their needles, and if she ever finishes casting that, we all die instantly. That is a boss that you're, like, every time you're like, okay, yeah, this is pretty easy. And then you do, like, one wrong thing, and suddenly the entire group is back at the beginning of the dungeon. Nope, can't run with these guys. Can't run with these guys. This is, like, the weirdest group in the game, or, like, I guess in this dungeon, because you can't run with them, but you can run past them. And if you run past them, you have to go back and kill them because they drop one of the key items. They're kind of, like, weird. There's not very many other, like, enemies in dungeons like them. Oh, shit. So this last boss is really cool. So the Vice Regent to the Warden summons mummies that charge like this. Okay. I did not even use rescue, thank God. If you get hit by them, you get a stack of I think it's like a curse. He'll eventually apply one to people manually. If you get, I think it's 4 stacks of curse, you get turned into a mummy and start charging at people. I doubt we'll see it happen with this group, but there's normally someone who's, like, inattentive enough to let it happen. No? Wow. Good group. This is a guy where you either get, like, a... Oh. There it is. Curse of the Mummy. This is one where you either get a really cool, good group where everything goes smooth, or everything is in complete chaos the entire time and nobody can kill the boss. Oh. Yeah, okay. It happened to our main tank. That. Oh. Pedestrian roll that we did not get. Oh. That's the Lullafell we were after. Okay. You're the one who caused all that commotion, aren't you? 12 sakes, walk softly. Non-intrusive first, and systematic always. Never forget. Now then, who are you? One of the apprentice haulers? Yes, I'm Naneko, but why would anyone be looking for me? What? Ancient traps have been triggered? I had no idea. I alone ventured into the deepest section of the temple, for the work there requires the most delicate of touches. I was completely oblivious to the commotion until you came. What are the members of my expedition? Please tell me they're safe. No. No, not at all. Scarcely any survivors. Gods be good. I had known that we were come to a dangerous place, but all those lives. But this is neither the time nor the place for mourning. Let us quit this place. I have a duty to notify our backers of this incident. Meanwhile, I might ask you to go tell Popo and Seisei that I'm fine. And off we go. Hard mode dungeons aren't necessarily normally that hard. You know, they don't really follow the suggestion that their name, you know, implies. They're just kind of level-capped dungeons. Sometimes with occasionally slightly harder boss mechanics. Yes, where's the Neko? You better have good news or I'll let my brother do this his way. My dear brothers. I've worried you, haven't I? I'm sorry. But as you can see, there's nothing to be concerned about. Naneko, we've been so worried about you. Aye, we feared the worst. So good to see your face. I must thank you again, good adventurer. After we parted ways, I sent for a search party. We were able to rescue the survivors. Naneko, from now on, I'm going to accompany you on all expeditions. Those Beladians were real bastards about booby traps. It's not safe for you alone. Brother, she won't be alone because I'm going with her. Brothers, forget your duty. Your place is with the concern. You are right that the temple is dangerous, but I can make it safe. All you need is to believe. We must look at the causes, the twin causes of today's incident. The people's belief that within lie magical relics, and that the ruins are now safe to traverse. Those temple raiders are already telling tales of deadly ancient traps in every tavern, but we'll let it be known that it's no ordinary danger that awaits. The curse of Nald'thal is agreed, or the Order of Nald'thal has agreed to vehemently deny that the temple's relics are cursed. Tales of looters found horribly dead afterwards are baseless. That should give instant credence to the opposite, and end the looting, for a while at least. Neko, you're brilliant. I may be the strongest one, but you've got the goods upstairs. Right, you are about our sister, puny brother, and I'm not going to stoop to stating the obvious. They say history is the gristle of the past, but in these ruins, the past is fleshed out again. That is what I love about this work. I won't let the raiders despoil the palace, or the place. The ruins are not a mine to be dug and blasted for gil. If they want gold or gems, let them join the Miners Guild and toil for them. That one's questline is fun. I don't think you ever see those characters again. So, what do we have now? Where did I put my pen? Hello? Let's see, that is, Hullbreaker and, there's Quarn. Hullbreaker and Quarn. So we have a couple options. We could either do another dungeon, or we could start the hard mode raid questline. Technically, we could also do Crystal Tower, but I'm giving that its own stream. Crystal Tower is a meaty questline. So we'll need a lot of time set aside for it. I was about to say it's basically MSQ. It is literally MSQ these days. Doing the broken one. You know what? Sure. I talked a lot of shit about it. I'll completely destroy Miku's high-level dungeon roulette. Let's see. I think it's her? No, that's the other bad one. That one's not bad because it's broken. That one's bad because it's bad. What? Which, Hawk Manor hard. Maniac Manor is in the Mordona area. Where though? It's not with you. It's not with you. It's not with her. Is it with you? Maniac Manor. Yep. Forgive me, friend. A most chilling encounter has my nerves on edge. I was traveling through the shroud when the man accosted me out of nowhere, his eyes darting wildly in fury. He spoke of a haunted mansion from which the tortured screams of young maidens can be heard day and night. Hawket Manor, was it? Hawk Manor. Yes. What's that? You purged the self-same manse of its unholy inhabitants some time ago? That is curious indeed. The man recounted the events as if they had happened not days ago. While it would put my heart at ease to know his tale was but a fancy born of a few too many flagons of mead, the poor soul had not the air of a drunk or a liar. Perhaps you know someone who could shed light on the matter. Okay. Well, yeah, there's a guy in Gridania. Although that locks us into not doing any more, or any of the trials tonight, because I'm going to be spending the rest of the night, unlocking dungeons to populate that roulette. Because holy shit, I'm not letting it be a what, like a 1 in 5 or 6 that I get put in there. What is it right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1 in 7. Yeah, too good of odds to end up in this godforsaken place. Ah, friend, it's good to see you again. How I wish I could greet you with more joyful tidings. I trust you have heard the rumors? Yes, I fear they are true, and then some. Oh, wherever shall I begin? Sorry, that dragoon that walked up is named Sad Bath Time. After you released my lady from her torment, a deed of bravery and kindness that I will remember until the last of my days, I paid visit to the Wood Whalers and told the tale in all its tragedy, that the guardians of the Twelveswood might know the truth. Though the Whalers did not doubt my words, they insisted on a thorough investigation of the manor. Without witnessing my lady's remains for themselves, I was told, they could hardly vouch for the citizenry's safety. A prudent judgment, I thought, and I did not argue. It is what happened next that confounded everyone, myself most of all. A contingent of Wood Whalers was dispatched to the manor, and I personally escorted them in. This would be the last I saw of them, for nary a one returned. Minutes turned to hours, and before long, night surrounded the silent manor. 'Twas then that the screams began again, ungodly, heart-rending screams that shall be burned in my memory forevermore. Against my better reasoning, I mustered the courage to peer inside. Oh, how I wish I had not. For what peered back, friend, was someone, nay, something, for that which I saw surely possessed no soul like you nor I. That has no right to exist in our world. The Whalers have dispatched another contingent to investigate the manor. The fools, do they not see that they have writ their own death sentence? I cannot save them, but you, my friend, may succeed where I so miserably failed. I implore you, pray, come to our aid once more. Oh good, this is one where we don't have to clear it to get it out of our quest log. It just puts it in. They've changed like a few of the Realm Reborn ones to be like this. Mainly the ones that don't really have much of a story after. That's not my mount button. I also don't need this. I can get rid of the buttons I already put on the side hotbar. How much poetics do I have? 554. I almost have enough for the Dragoon weapon. Hello, the Smith. Okay. God, they applied a level sync to this thing and everything, and it still didn't fix that godforsaken boss. Less than 5 minutes. You know, we'll see. What of these can I throw out? I can throw out that and this. At 54, so I should have enough after we clear this one. Let's unlock the Sylph quests. And then if we still haven't ended up in the dungeon, we can finish this dance quest, get it out of my quest log. Yeah, it's you. Ah, now, here is a woman who inspires confidence. It heartens me to see you stride into the adder's nest today, for I have a task of considerable breadth and even greater import, a task that calls out for a competent adventurer. Allow me to elaborate. In recent weeks, my eye has been drawn to unusual movements among the Sylphs, those charming yet troublesome beastmen with whom we share our forest home. In hopes of shedding light on their intentions, be they malicious or benign, I dispatched a young researcher to Little Solace to investigate further. The fellow goes by the name of Voice. Mayhap you have heard of him? It would seem he is rather accomplished in his field. He set out a fortnight ago and has been sending regular reports ever since. That is, until some 3 days passed. Though he was quick to assure me that his prodigious intellect and survival skills would ensure his safety, I cannot help but fear that he has come to harm. Such is my request to you. Travel to Little Solace and inquire as to the well-being of our man. Seek out the Sylph Omgio? No one tried to pronounce this one out loud before this game shipped, did they? No one read this out loud. Who has oft acted as an intermediary between our peoples. Now go in safety and haste. The forest holds many dangers, these days more than ever. Alright, off to Little Solace. This unlocks the final beast tribe from a realm reborn. After this, the beast tribes simultaneously get much better and so much worse. They get much more standardized after this. All of them, I think, have 8 tiers after this, but there's only 3 per expansion instead of 5. Walking one walks with strength and purpose, yes, but this one is a busy one. State one's case and state it quickly. Scholar? Walking one is looking for a smart one, yes? This one knows no smart one. This one does know bumbling, stumbling one. What business would anyone have with that one? Stumbling one's whereabouts? Why, right over... Wherever did that one bumble off to? Bumbling one likely stumbled off to see Elder One. Stumbling one always bothering Elder One with silly questions. Bothersome one's blathering makes less sense than babbling brook, this one thinks. Brave one returns to these ones. This one is honored. Word of brave one's deeds comes often to Little Solace. These ones are honored to call brave one friend. Brave one is searching for scholarly one. Brave one cannot possibly mean that one? This one has met many walking ones, and that one is all the wits of a wing rat. 3 days ago, Witless one stumbled off into the Sylphlands, babbling about something about research. This one knows little of research, but this one does know that the Sylphlands are no place for walking ones, and witless walking ones, less. Oh god. Under pressure. Yes, these ones' ancient home is now the domain of touched ones, and those ones mean danger for these ones and walking ones alike. This one tried to stop Witless one, but Witless one's ears are stuffed with beeswax. And now we may enter the Broken Dungeon. Okay, nobody is actually like mentioned. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna fight that boss like normal so I can show off how broken it is. You get to see the portraits. Yeah. Okay. That's good. Oh. Yeah, no, one of the people said, I'm new here, by the way. So, I can imagine we're about to experience it. You know, it's pretty rare that I actually try to trigger this one. Like this bug, much less intentionally. And you know, if Square wants to, you know, be all uppity about it and be like, well, you shouldn't be intentionally triggering this, then they can fix the damn bug. Wow, an actual pull in this place. It's not common. Normally it, like, baby gates you at every turn. This boss has nothing interesting happening, at all. Oh, they did apply slow to our monk. Now, whatever was happening over there, it doesn't matter anymore. It's gone. Just like that. Truly incredible. Why is the item level in this dungeon 60? Oh, yeah, okay, the fuck you hallway. So this hallway, you have to rush through because there are lamps in the corner that'll just like deal damage to everybody. Oh, right. We have to go through there. And then we have to wait for this guy to open the door. So this thing is the closest that this dungeon gets to an interesting boss. That's it. It's AoE dodging. There isn't like a mechanic for me to comment on. We are stepping out of the way of AoEs. It's dead. Alright. Time to brace ourselves. So we've ended up in the dungeon, like the bottom floor, like the basement of the original, like dungeon. I just realized these enemies are named Altered Whalers, as in the Wood Whalers. Huh. Oh, no. Ah! I am in danger. Okay, here we go. All right, we're gonna fight it normally. Which means applying dots and hitting it. Okay, the fact that the bard isn't applying dots. Never mind. There they go. Just a little bit later in their combo than I normally do it. So, what this boss does is it summons ads. These ads, she will eventually draw in and then kill and deal their remaining health to the entire room. Now, what's broken about her is, these two will work fine. These two are fine. It's everything after this. If we deal too much damage to her during this time period, the next ad that she spawns, the Lady Amaljaa. Oh! We may avoid it. Holy crap. I was not expecting everyone else to hold their DPS without having to say it. Oh my god, it didn't happen. So what normally happens there, if you throw all of your DPS at her all at once, is she will spawn the Lady Amaljaa and then immediately suck her in and kill her and deal her full health to the entire room, which kills everybody. Instantly. That's actually the best group for this dungeon I've ever had, because I didn't have to say anything. Yeah, I'm giving it to the bard. Yes, kind of. We're not 100% sure how it's working on the back end. We just know it's broken. And that if you deal too much damage to whatever her name is, Halicarnassus or something like that, she will just kill everybody instantly the second Lady Amandine spawns. It's very bad. It's really bad. Well, now I can mark Manor Heart off the list. That's fun. Let's see. So, I'm gonna leave the 3 hard mode of the first dungeons for the same day. And we have time for, like, 1 more dungeon. So, again, I shall let, chat decide. This is Lost City of Amdapor, Halatali Hard, Brayflox Hard, Stone Vigil Hard, Wanderer's Palace Hard, or Amdapor Keep Hard. The first 2 were Lost City of Amdapor and Halatali Hard. The second one, Halatali Hard? Okay. I gotta remember where the unlock for that one is. I'm pretty sure it is in Mordona. Yeah, it's in Mordona. It's this time's for fun. I clicked on that one a few times. Oh. What the hell? What? Okay. Amdapor Keep Hard's unlock quest stabs through the wall there for some reason. Not you. This time's for fun. This guy. Let's see. Adventurer can hold their own in battle. Just so happens I've gotten the word about a new challenge from one of your talents. It requires travel and a dash of heroics, but it'll be worth your while. Eastern Thanalan's lovely this time of year. You've heard the training grounds Halatali have wager. The place fell into disuse after the calamity, but some adventurer or another put it to rights. Me, I did that. Its owners aim to train gladiators and adventurers once more, just as in the old days. A little paint, a little mass burial. Now the place is ready to take on new challengers. If you're at all keen on the notion, go and talk with my friend Arl down there. He'll get you in the door. Speak to Arl at Halatali. This is one with minimal story as well. But basically, we cleaned up Halatali, and they're now using it for its intended purpose, a training ground, and we're about to go and test those training grounds. Halatali Hard is a bit of a weird one, because its bosses have a lot of unique and cool ideas with a gigantic asterisk on them. Welcome to Halatali, where heroes are made. I'm Arl, and any friend of Hugubbert is a warmly regarded acquaintance of mine. Didn't mention he used to tread the sands, did he? Been trying to get that smooth-talking son of a Hydra to take up the gladiator trade again, but gets easily distracted, Hugubbert does. Now, I'll wager he didn't put 2 and 2 together when he heard your name. You're the last Fafajoni over there was talking about, weren't you? Ha, I knew it. The liberator of Halatali herself. Thanks to you, we've made it nice and deadly in there again. Gotta restore the Colosseum games to what they were. It's no lap of luxury, I warn you. This place could use some more freshening up. And there are some lurking crawlies that need a good killing, but the brass blades are on that detail. So what do you say? Care to experience the new and improved training grounds? We'd be honored to have the Liberator of Halatali return as a challenger. And into Halatali we go. What the fuck? I have never in my life seen Halatali hard instantly pop in the queues. Never. Not even once. Man, I wish I could have seen this place in its prime. Not Halatali. Halatali hard specifically. I'm certain this place in its prime actually looked a lot like this. I bet this dungeon was quite fun when it released. The way that it sits today, though, there is something wrong with it. Unfortunately. And for once, it's not the mechanics literally breaking on a really old boss. You know, to be fair to Square Enix, that does happen very rarely in this game. I don't know what's down there. Oh, treasure coffer. There's a treasure coffer down there. Okay, the first boss. So this one's mechanic. Oh. Okay, fuck. So, first off, all his attacks go off without warning. He has no AoE markers, really. The other thing is that little mammoth that's running around the room puts up a defensive skill when you activate it. And he's dead. We had to do it once. ever. And that's the asterisk. All of these bosses have such little HP that, like, their mechanics barely matter. Honestly, they could push an update doubling the HP of every boss in here, and it would be an improvement. Still a neat dungeon, though. I like this place. At the very least, when I get it out of roulettes, I don't have to be worried that I have to educate everybody in here about how it works. Oh. I don't know what just happened to them. Oh, they probably backflipped out. Actually, I don't know if Red Mage has their backflip at this level. I'm gonna say they probably do. You know, I know that there's a way to pronounce this thing that isn't the way I pronounce it, but ever since I was a child and I saw this name for the first time in Dawn of Sorrow, I've always called it the Kobold boss. Alright, so when it casts Demon Eye, you want to... Oh my. That didn't even kill them. And it's dead. This poor dungeon. Again, wish I could have seen it when it was properly scaled to the game. Although with how little HP these bosses have, actually, who knows if there was even a time where that was the case. Here's a fun piece of scholar math for you. My AoE attack does exactly as much damage as my normal single target attack. It just has to be cast right next to the enemy. It also doesn't have a cast time, so I can use it while running. I am kind of playing something meant for a different game. FF14 is so different now in comparison to how it used to be. So, like, they used to have this thing called cross-class skills, where if you unlocked a skill on one class, you would unlock it on other classes. Which sounds really cool, except for the fact that they kept locking really important skills behind this system. The most notable one I can think of off the top of my head is Rampart, the 20% damage reduction that tanks can use, was locked behind Paladin. So if you wanted to play Warrior, you had to play Paladin. No option. Of course, there were only 2 tanks in the game at that point, so... So the final boss is just a bunch of gladiators, and also this guy. We don't really get much context into who these guys are, actually. Acro one. And why didn't it matter? They're dead. I'm pretty sure the one we want to target is Mumuefo the Beholden. Because he's the one who's actually a problem. Who's he casting that on? Oh. Okay, someone needs to go grab that. Whoa! Me again. This guy, at the very least, is super mechanically unique, and I like him. Even if the fight is already over. I know this guy still has a health bar, but he's not the boss. The Lalafell was the boss. I will be passing on that. I do not need the terrible gear this dungeon is dropping. Okay, one last order of business for tonight, and that's unlocking the Sylphs. And then I believe we're done. That was a pretty successful Miku stream, if I do say so myself. I do still have to mark off Halatali hard, though. I'm not really gonna like schedule these in the future, you know? It's just gonna be like whenever I feel like it, we're gonna do a Miku for an evening. I'm not really gonna stress about like, oh well, I feel like I gotta get Miku, you know, into Heaven's Word, and then we gotta, you know, like this is just gonna be like as chill as I can make it. Bumbling One set off for Sylphlands. Bumbling One is even dumber than this one thought. Touched ones will greet Bumbling One with boom and sizzle, then Bumbling One will be Crispy One. This one thinks it for the best. These ones will have one less worry. Walking One would go in search of that one. This one is confused. Take this one's word, that one is not worth the trouble. Walking One is certain? And this one will not stand in Walking One's way. But heed this one's warning, be wary, or dead ones will number 2. Walking One will truly go in search of Bumbling One. This one thought Walking One was making joke. Like the time this one stole Bumbling One's undergarments. This one does not understand what Walking One is thinking. This one would leave Bumbling One to bumble on one's own, but oh well, each one's own. This one saw Bumbling One stumble off towards a lark's call. Between this place and Touched One's home, Bumbling One is probably there shivering in stockings. If Bumbling One found stockings anyway, which this one doubts. Be warned, Walking One, the trees have eyes and report to Touched Ones. Walking One should not rush too quickly to Bumbling One's aid, lest Walking One fall into a nasty trap. Oh, I should mention, actually, now, since we're doing a Final Fantasy XIV stream, that, the new patch is set for the end of April, so April 28th, there will be a new Alliance raid that I will be streaming blind. Because I never learned my lesson. Walking One scribbles letters, maybe Walking One, a smart one that everyone was talking about. Smart One, ha! Smart One would not stumble so stupidly into these one's domain. Someone help me! They'll eat me alive! Shush, Stupid One. These ones have no need for eating. Or did Stupid One not read that in Stupid One's paper stacks? Stupid One is even stupider than this one thought. Now answer this one. Stupid One tries to sneak into these one's home and kidnap Chosen One's podling, yes? Stupid One will confess, or Stupid One will be Shocky, Sizzly One. The Chosen One? Podlings? What are... Aha! Did this one know it, or did this one know it? But, this one, I was just repeating what you... Silence, this one here, sneaking one. What one goes there? This one knows Boss One. This one has seen Walking One and Little Solace. Walking One is strong, not like Stupid One. Ah, This one will deal with stupid one another day. Let these ones be off. And here we'll leave him for a month. Oh, friend, however can I repay you? Why, I thought I was a goner for sure. Whatever do you suppose got into those sylphs? The bestiaries describe them as such, carefree, fun-loving folk, and my rather limited first-hand experience has been the same. But do tell, to whom do I owe this debt of gratitude? An adventurer dispatched by the order of the Twin Adder on behalf of little old me, you say? Ha! Bless the commander, always looking out for his charge. Well, I'd like nothing more than to continue this conversation. Would you mind terribly if we did so back at Little Solace? This place is giving me the heebie-jeebies. Little concerned that that didn't finish the quest. There you are. Oh, hello. I say, it's good to see you in one piece, friend. Oh, but where are my manners? I've not even properly introduced myself. Voice, Gridania's foremost scholar of Sylphic customs and lore, at your service. Well, at least that's what I told the commander when I volunteered for this mission. Between you and me, I'm actually rather new to the field, but I've long been fascinated by the cute little critters, and I thought this is the perfect opportunity to make a name for myself. So you lied? You lied on your resume? You lied and you're admitting that to me? Okay. Which reminds me, I was just thumbing through one of the tomes I borrowed from Stillglade Fane when I came across a particularly fascinating passage of a legendary sylph who's said to possess such power that she controls the very fate of her people. Now, I realize that this might sound crazy, but I couldn't help but wonder if this might be the self-same Chosen One that frightful sylph was. Chosen One, yes. Well, this one does know the legend. Chosen One, the one who embodies the spirit of all trees that have ever lived or ever will live in these one's forest home. Once every 1,000 years, does the Chosen One sprout forth to lead these ones to a new era before returning to slumber, birth and rebirth. Such is the cycle of these one's civilization. 1,000 years, eh? So if the last recorded sighting of the Chosen One was... Yes, that would mean the next rebirth would occur in... just give me a moment now. Yes, carry the one and... Elder One, could it be that a rebirth of the Chosen One is nigh and the Touched Ones are plotting something? Huh, well, I believe our Sylph friend here has the right of it. This one does not like this at all. Something must be done. Something indeed must be done, and yet many questions of import remain to be answered, such as, where might we find this Chosen One, and what is the true nature of the power she holds? And most importantly of all, where, pray tell, did I misplace my underclothes? I know not if this is related to the coming of the Chosen One, but Schwabswood is terribly chilly these days. But regardless, I swear now that I shall remain at Little Solace until these mysteries are unraveled. It was not by dumb luck that I was chosen for this task. No, the esteemed leaders of my nation knew that. No, they knew that... it is rather cold, isn't it? If you'll allow me a moment's respite. Okay. This one is worried. If Chosen One falls into the hands of the Touched Ones, it would mean the end for these ones. This one must see to the safety of Little Solace. The search for the Chosen One, this one would trust a Walking One. Coughing One spouts big words, but has not the strength to save these little ones. This can be seen by anyone, and so this one turns to the Walking One. Will Walking One help these ones? You can count on this one. Thank you, Walking One. Walking One is true friend to these ones. This one will not forget Friendly One's kindness. And there we go. That is every single Allied Society quest from A Realm Reborn unlocked. We just have to brute force our way through them, I guess. Oh, it kind of bothers me that it shoved the Sylphs in between the two that I'm actively working on right now. Um, but sure, I guess that has to be fine. God, we still have a lot of content to get through on a Realm Reborn side. I promise, okay, the later expansions don't take anywhere near this long. They don't take anywhere near as long as a Realm Reborn. We're kind of playing through what was intended to be the only stuff in the game for like multiple years. So I do believe what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to be saving specifically like some of these lower level classes, the archer quests, the pugilist quests, the rogue quests, the thaumaturge quests. I'm going to be saving all of them for after Heavensward because after that it'll actually become much easier for me to level them. Um, so we may be closer to returning to the main quest than I originally planned. I'm still gonna get White Mage to 50 so we can finish off that quest line, and I might do Warrior as well. Thinking about it, maybe. Um, and otherwise, we just have to work on seeing all of the content. Um, so I should really start planning out what order I want to do things in. I think next stream we're gonna be doing the hard modes that I was saving, the hard modes of the first three dungeons, Sastasha, Tamtara, Copperbell. Um, if only so I can have better things in that roulette, because 2 out of 3 of these are really good. Copperbell hard is terrible. I'm not gonna make you wait to figure out which one is the good or the bad one. It's Copperbell. And then we have to get through the trials and the raids at some point. But you know, that can wait. For now, let's put Miku back in the inn. And log out New Gridania. Okay. There we go. Let's switch this over to this and wrap up the stream. Um, yeah, that's all I got for the evening. Um, next stream will probably be returning to FF16, so you know, look forward to that. That'll probably be on Sunday. Um, at some point in the next week, because I do actually have a nice quiet home for the next week. Um, some point next week, maybe like, oh god, I have to plan very carefully because I'm a little busy because of the fact that my home is available for people to congregate. I believe I'm going to attempt uh so Sunday will be FF16 for sure. Um I think what I'm going to do is Sunday will be FF16. I want to set aside some time this week to try out Magic Arena. So maybe that'll be like Tuesday, and then Thursday will be more FF16. Um I'll try that. Um just take advantage of the quiet while I have it. Um, I think that's all I got though, for the evening. So next stream will be Sunday, and it will be Final Fantasy 16. So look forward to that. I still don't. I I mean, last stream was incredible, but like God, I can never tell what FF16 is going to be doing. Um, anyways, if you made it this far, thank you very much for watching, and yeah, have a great night, everybody.